Hi everybody, today we're going to talk about the new Multivan. So the new Multivan is replacing the Caravelle. Caravelle is what's behind me now, and we'll have a quick look at that in a second. I've got the Caravelle behind me, so we're going to have a look at that and show you some of the differences that's coming with it as well, and show you some of the pictures of the new Multivan that's there. I've had lots of questions and I've had a few emails as well from people asking about the new Multivan, that they've seen it launched, etc. It's in there, so we're going to talk you through those and talk you through what's happening with the Multivan. So the Multivan is actually coming from Europe. The Caravelle's been called the Multivan for years and years. It's just the Caravelle name is in certain markets around the world, like for example in the UK market. So they've got away with that, and obviously now for ourselves in the UK we're going to be calling it the Multivan, which I think is a good name for it because it does multiple different purposes. It's there as well, and it is a completely new vehicle as well, this vehicle. So it's based on some of the car technology, which is already there as well. It's based off the latest platform that we use within Volkswagen itself. Now, big question that everybody keeps asking me, is this the new T7? No, it's not the new T7. This is the new Multivan. The T7, obviously that's something that's coming up later on in the future. That's there. Currently, as we stand at the moment, the 6.1, which is what we're all used to seeing every day in and day out, is running alongside the Multivan. So there'll be two different variations. So the 6.1 is continuing, so things like our Californias, for example, are all still going to be based on the 6.1. They're not changing, so you're not going to see something that looks like the Multivan as a camper van as yet. Obviously that might change in the future, but as we're talking to you today, if you look at the press releases and things like that, they're making it very clear that it's the new Multivan. It's not a T7 that's there as well. It's its own dedicated vehicle. It brings into line on the car range of things as well, so like the replacement for the Charan, and obviously lead up from there as well. So it just opens up that people carrier, the multi-purpose vehicle, hence Multivan for example, and it brings it into a bit wider audience that's in there as well. Got some great new features coming with the vehicle because it's on that new platform as well. There is a hybrid version of it that's coming as well, which is petrol stroke electric. I haven't got all the details of those as yet, but I do know that most of the drivetrains, the current drivetrains available at launch, are petrol drivetrains as well. I'm sure there probably will be diesel maybe at some other point as well, but at the moment we've had the European launch for this vehicle, so we don't know what's actually going to hit the UK market. There's going to be three different versions of the Multivan. So you'll have the Multivan, you'll have the Multivan Life, and you'll have the Multivan Style, which is very much in keeping, I think, with some of the Volkswagen passenger car ranges as well. I think they use a similar kind of wording for their different product ranges as well. Obviously we'll have to see what arrives in the UK. Obviously this is for European launch as well, and I'm sure obviously the UK might take all of it, they might take a selection of it, and we'll find that probably coming up in the next few months. So the Multivan launch is going to be late 2021. Obviously that's probably the European launch as well, so I don't have specific timings on when it's going to be available in the UK at the moment. I know ordering, for example, again, we're going to get pricing and things like that in a few months' time from when we got from the launch. So towards the end of the year I think that we start to get information, but as always, as soon as we've got information we'll give you that information as well, because I think it's quite important as well, because it's definitely a vehicle that I think there's going to be lots of interest in. I mean, the Caravelle's always done very well, but I think the Multivan I think is going to go one step further, especially having those hybrid options as well, and the different seating combinations, which I'll have a quick talk about now, and obviously show you some photos as well. So some of the big differences comes obviously in the style of the vehicle, but also in the rear of the vehicle as well. So we take the current Caravelle that's here at the moment, we've got two seats here, single seats, and then we've got a third row in the back. In the Multivan it's all independent seating, so all the seats are independent, so you can move them around, swap and change them as well, which I think will be great. There's going to be two versions of it as lengthwise. So with the current Caravelle you've got a short and long wheelbase, which basically means that the distance between the two wheels is longer, and there's a longer version of it. With the Multivan it's actually just a longer vehicle, so the wheelbase is exactly the same, but at the back of the vehicle you're just going to have a bigger overhang at the back, which is what gives it that extra space. Lots of new technology that's coming in these vehicles. I've got a list from the press release that this gave out here to give you an idea. We've got things like ACC, the adaptive cruise control, stop and go, 360 cameras around the vehicle. What else have we got on here? Side protection, which we've got on some vehicles at the moment, is here. IQ Drive, travel assist, that's automated driving level 2, which I don't think will be long before these things are actually going to drive themselves completely. They won't even need us, and that's fact, we'll be all sat in the back and just enjoying getting to and from A to B. Side assist, including exit assist. Not even quite sure what that one is actually at the moment, but I'm sure at some point we'll find out what the exit assist is. But lots of new technology going into the vehicles. We'll show you some pictures of the dash and things like that now as you go through as well. It's very, very exciting. I'm sure this vehicle is going to turn up and it's going to look just as good as it does in the flesh and on the videos and things like that that's on there as well. If you have a look on YouTube, there's plenty of people who were at the launch who've done YouTube videos to show you these vehicles more in depth, etc. That's on as well. Check those out as well and give you a really good background of what's to come. We'll put the link above here. We've done a video before on the Caravelle, so if you're interested to know what the current Caravelle looks like, by all means click on the link and have a look at that one as well from on there. If you've got any questions or comments, etc. that's on there, pop them in the comments box below. I will be doing a Q&A session very shortly. So I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you have, give us a thumbs up, give us a like. If you don't subscribe, please subscribe, and I'll see you next time.